So there's even more to love. Go ahead.
Go ahead, I love you.
Olympia Independence Day weekend. It's Wrestling at the Chase. And now, let's go to ringside with your announcer, Larry Madison.
Wrestling at the Chase from St. Louis is back. Hello, I'm Larry Madison, and there are fireworks on tap today. That is guaranteed because when you look at the main event, you're going to see two of the most unusual combinations in wrestling history. On one side, the World Heavyweight Champion himself, Ric Flair, teaming with 470-pound crusher Blackwell. Their opponents are former World Champion Dory Funk Jr. and Ken Patera. So think about that. Patera and Dory Funk Jr. against Blackwell and Flair. We'll talk a little bit more later about how that match evolved, and we'll be back with the opening bout right after this.
This is how a Tipton store looks the night before a big holiday sale. But you can be sure when those doors open tomorrow, watch out. Because St. Louis knows who gives the holiday values. Starting tomorrow, you'll find big price reductions in every department. So if you need a TV, appliance, or stereo, get ready.
Frigidaire 8.3 cubic foot chest freezer, $278.
We made it! Keith, wrestle up some of that Flair Stroh's beer!
Coming up.
Excuse me. My, that sure looks pretty. Mighty tasty, Slim. Rum, where's the trip, Colorado? We come 1,000 miles for this here Stroh's beer.
Not surprising. Happens every day.
Yeah?
Excuse me. I say, old chap, a cold bottle of Stroh's, please.
I like you. Come on, fish! Suck it in, Shorty! Yes, sir! What's that? Yes, sir! Fish!
If you've got the guts, we've got the game. Chopper Command by Activision for the Atari Video Computer System.
Come in, fiery! Give it to him! Look out! What's that? Watch your radar! Retreat! Oh! You men got the guts! Yes, sir!
Well, get your own game. Chopper Command by Activision.
You will talk. Tell us how you're beating inflation.
It's simple. At Jack Rampart Auto Centers, we're beating inflation by buying factory direct and cutting costs to give you the lowest prices anywhere. On oil and air filters, sunroofs, musical horns, stereos, wheels, batteries, everything for your car, truck, or van. Save on this 5-band stereo equalizer. The factory said $119.95. General Jack says $45. And save on a pop-up sunroof, just $79.95. The only other thing you'll get out of me is my name, Jack Rampart Auto Centers, and the lowest prices in town.
Welcome to Wrestling at the Chase, the opening bout, a one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing from Denton, Texas, weighing 248 pounds, Kerry Von Erich. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing 232 pounds, L. Snow, referee at one.
Al Snow makes his St. Louis debut against Kerry Von Erich. A tough chore indeed for Mr. Snow, but he has a pretty good reputation, having a lot of potential in the South and the Midwest. We shall find out. Von Erich goes for the leg, and Snow manages to get away. Snow feints toward Von Erich. They tie up, and Von Erich twists that arm over, twists it around again, puts pressure in the wrist, leans up on it, and Al Snow is forced forward. Kerry steps over, underhooks, and rides Snow down. Nicely done. Von Erich had two options there. He could have gone to an arm stretch. Instead, he went to the more conventional arm lock. Kerry Von Erich could certainly tell you what happened between Ken Patera and Crusher Blackwell. He was part of, I guess, the reason why, because it was Patera and Blackwell against the Von Erich brothers, Kerry and David. What a battle it was. And toward the end of the match, after 20 rough and tumble minutes, Blackwell came into the ring, threw an elbow that was aimed for Kerry Von Erich, and he hit Patera. Patera was incensed. Rather, that elbow was aimed for David Von Erich. That elbow caused some trouble. Patera was angered. He came up, went after Blackwell, threw a punch at Blackwell. Blackwell took a shot on the side of the head. He was surprised himself. He hadn't intended to hit Patera. Patera obviously didn't look at it that way. David Von Erich was in the ring. Patera caught him in the full Nelson, but Blackwell just blew up. He pulled a Pearl Harbor attack on Patera, came in from behind, gave Patera a headbutt from behind, then hit him with a giant splash, and walked right out of the ring. David Von Erich covered Patera, made the pin, and Patera, well, I don't have to tell you how furious he was after all of that. Von Erich right now with a double toe hold on Al Snow. So, we move on a little bit then into this tag team match. Why in the world would Dory Funk Jr. accept Ken Patera as his tag team partner? Well, obviously, Dory Jr. was on the same program. He won over Dewey Robertson that same evening. He knew what had happened between Patera and Blackwell. He also knew that there's been some bad blood boiling between the World Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair and Ken Patera. Formerly partners, and now with Flair having the gold belt, well, you know, Patera's after him. Why would Flair take Blackwell? He knows Blackwell doesn't like Patera. Blackwell naturally has a chance to show the world champion firsthand what he can do because he will be the world champion's partner. What better way to show the world champion that you're deserving of a title crack than to be his partner and maybe to carry the load for him against two such famous and capable opponents as Dory Funk Jr. and Ken Patera. But those are certainly two of the oddest combinations I think any imagination could come up with. And yet it all makes sense because of the cross currents, because of the rivalries that have evolved, and especially, probably most of all, because of the bad blood between Ken Patera and Crusher Blackwell. Once Patera talked about friendship with Blackwell. I don't think Ken Patera would talk that way now. Deserted, attacked from behind, that's the way Patera looked at it. And I'm sure that Blackwell looked at it. He was trying to do his best to help his partner, and Patera punched him. If that's the way he wanted to play it, fine. Then Blackwell has his own opinion. Kerry Von Erich with a knee to the head of Al Snow. Von Erich brings Snow to his feet. Flying mare by Kerry on Al Snow. Kerry cradles the leg, count of one, count of two. Snow manages to pull free. That was close. Referee Ed Warren nearly got to the count of three. Kerry Von Erich with a drop kick right on the button, right in the mouth. And Al Snow has been shaken by Kerry Von Erich. Von Erich whips Snow to the rope. Catches him coming off, trying to grapevine him. Goes into the abdominal stretch. The abdominal stretch by Kerry Von Erich on Al Snow. Snow refusing to submit. Ed Warren checking carefully. Kerry has Snow in good position there, fairly far away from the ropes. Snow manages to break it up by hooking the ankle of Kerry Von Erich and then hip blocking Kerry. Flying mare by Kerry. Kerry with a low suplex. Out of a chancery, really, on Snow. Count of 1, 2, and 3. With the suplex, Kerry Von Erich disposes of Al Snow in impressive fashion. And Snow never really did recover from that drop kick that was right to the face of Snow. After the session in the abdominal stretch, well, that was the suplex, and that finished it off. We're going to take another look at it. There it is, that low suplex following the time that Snow had spent in the abdominal stretch. That softened Snow up. And referee Ed Warren was right there to make the count of 3 and award the victory to Kerry Von Erich. Now let's go to the ring and Mickey Garagiola.
In 4 minutes and 43 seconds with a suplex, the winner, Kerry Von Erich.
Live from the newsroom of KTLR TV, Channel 11, this is a Newswatch update.
Good morning. We are now just minutes away from the landing of the Space Shuttle Columbia, Flight 4 of the Columbia, and the final shakedown cruise of the shuttle has just about run its near-flawless course. President Reagan is on hand at Edwards Air Force Base in California, along with an estimated 500,000 people. We now take you there live. The next voice you hear will be that of NASA Flight Control.
You're coming. You're down.
Seconds away on the
Gears down and locked.
Touchdown.
on. Perfect. Columbia just under 200 miles an hour now.
Outstanding.
Right on, Kevin. Perfect one.
And they're starting to break when, huh?
They start braking at 130 knots.
Shuttle control here. The unofficial landing time, 7 days, 1 hour, 9 minutes, 40 seconds. To repeat, the unofficial landing time, 7 days, 1 hour, 9 minutes, 40 seconds.
Always a sight to behold, the Space Shuttle Columbia landing safely after yet another spectacular jaunt into space. Full details on the shuttle's landing tonight on Newswatch at 9 o'clock, along with all the latest news, weather, and sports. Join us then. With this special Newswatch update, I'm Dave Eckert. Have a good day.
This has been a live Newswatch update. For all the latest news, sports, and weather, you can count on Newswatch. Nightly at 9:30 and Sunday nights at 9 on KTLR-TV, Channel 11.
Patera versus Blackwell and Funk Jr. versus Kiniski. Those are the features on the wrestling program Friday, July 16th at air-conditioned Kiel Auditorium. The window ticket sale begins next Friday, July 9th at the Arcade Building and Kiel. Mail orders may be sent now to the St. Louis Wrestling Club, Mezzanine 10 Arcade Building, St. Louis 63101. The prices are $3, $4, $5, and $6. Ken Patera and Crusher Blackwell try to settle the violent feud that exploded when the two were tag team partners June 12th. Dory Funk Jr. and Gene Kiniski both are after world champion Ric Flair, and a victory July 16th is a tremendous boost for the winner. Dick the Bruiser defends the Missouri state title against Sergeant Slaughter. A tag elimination battle sends Von Roschke, Roger Kirby, and Hercules Hernandez against Rufus R. Jones, Dewey Robertson, and Kerry Von Erich. Bob Russell meets Mike George. Mark Romero and Art Cruz tackle Larry Bennett and Buzz Tyler Friday, July 16th at Kiel.
Mr. Merritt, Jojo keeps scratching. Must be the heat.
More likely. Please. When it gets hotter, please get more active. Dogs and cats need a flea and tick collar that's temperature sensitive. Sergeant Sentry 5, the only collar with 2 ingredients. One gives steady protection. The other gives extra protection when it gets hotter. Sergeant Sentry 5 collar works harder when it gets hotter.
I'm sure they're going to survive.
Don't worry, Ma. We'll be all right. He's so pretty. Maybe we can get him free. I don't know. The trap looks awful big.
Lord of mercy, son. That ain't dogs. There's wolves.
I got dead livestock. You got live wolves. Now, there's something about that just ain't right to me.
We're safe now. No way to get him.
Monday night at 6 on your movie station, KTLR-TV, Channel 11. The wrestling excitement continues in just a moment.
Give me a mountain and nothing to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and smooth, refreshing Mountain Dew. Yeah. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me my good friend, give me a dew. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Easton Tire's famous 6-hour sale, one day only, Monday, July 5th from 9 to 3. It's Easton's biggest warehouse inventory clearance sale of the year. 6 hours of savings. St. Louis's best tire prices. 4 big locations. Save on General Glass and steel radials. Get 20% off our regular low prices on all other General tires. Prices start under $30. Where? At Easton Tire, your General Tire headquarters in Kirkwood, Lee May, Florissant, and Highland, Illinois. Don't miss these 6 big hours of savings at Easton Tire.
Every Zenith Color TV in stock is now on sale at Famous Bar. Quantities are limited. Hurry, come to Famous Bar and save on America's best color TV, Zenith.
Junior, beautiful wrestling, and he comes up with a toehold on Ric Flair. Excellent wrestling by Dory Funk Jr. So Ric Flair had to come through some hard times to keep that gold belt, to survive his battle with the Missouri State King, Dick the Bruiser. What a tremendous match it was. 35 hard, tough, bruising minutes. Flair took the first fall, the front rolling cradle. The Bruiser won the second stanza with the pile driver in the third fall. The Bruiser went for the pile driver, and Flair used that finesse, that scientific wrestling. Oh, Flair was going for the figure four. Funk cradles Flair, count of one, and then Flair pops three. Oh, a near pin there by Dory Funk Jr. on the world champion. And Flair complains that the count was too quick. As we were saying, when the Bruiser went for the pile driver in the third fall, Flair locked the arms of the Bruiser and surprised Dick with a back body drop. And some quick tags are made. Patera comes in, Dory Jr. Dory and Patera wants a piece of Blackwell. As soon as Blackwell was tagged in, Dory tagged Patera. Get in here, I'll slam you, says Patera. Blackwell taking a long look at Ken Patera. At any rate, back to Flair and the Bruiser, that back body drop, and followed by a beautiful bridge with enough to hold the shoulders of the Bruiser down for a count of three. Sooner or later, Fatwell, I will get you, says Patera. Ken Patera, does he have eyes for Crusher Blackwell? Almost enough to make him forget about the fact that he has a golden opportunity because the world champion's in the same ring with him. He wants Blackwell so bad. Well, of course, he has that opportunity coming up one-on-one. He may never get that opportunity today, because I don't think Blackwell wants any part of Ken Patera. Well, the speculation has all been, here's Ken Patera, the man, the first man, the only man ever to lift more than 500 pounds overhead. Certainly he is someone who could body slam Blackwell. What an uppercut by Funk! Oh, what a pair of uppercuts by Dory Funk Jr. He lifts the world champion in a body slam by Dory Jr. Flair retreats to the corner. What a match. The type of match for which St. Louis and Wrestling at the Chase are famous. Flair forces Funk into the corner. Hard caught by Ric Flair. Dory Jr. spins around with that uppercut. That's a legal blow. It's delivered with the forearm, and it's probably more effective than a fist would be, because Dory Jr. gets his full weight behind it, coming up from underneath. Oh, Flair with a knee to the stomach. He ducks underneath. He's going for the suplex.
5 minutes to the last, 15 minutes left.
Reverse rolling cradle. Here comes Blackwell, but his help wasn't needed. Patera sees Blackwell. Patera going around the apron. He's after Blackwell again, and the referee cuts Patera off and chases him back to his corner. Ric Flair trying to regain his composure. With what is happening between Patera and Blackwell, the fact that Dory Funk Jr. is Patera's partner, I think Ric Flair is just a little out of sorts, a little thrown off balance. There's just so much intensity and anger and fury in that ring right now. Headbutt by Blackwell drops Dory Funk Jr. Blackwell grabs the arm of Funk, then piles him into that corner. Look out, here comes Blackwell! 472 pounds driven into the chest of Dory Funk Jr. by Crusher Blackwell. Elbow drop by Blackwell. Blackwell covers Funk. Patera's there with an elbow into the back of Blackwell. And Patera's after Blackwell. And Blackwell rolls out of the ring to get away from Ken Patera. There's Patera after him again. He's going onto the crowd after him. Patera caught him on the apron. Patera pounding on Blackwell. Slams him into the apron. And the referee's there to pull Patera and Blackwell. Look at Patera. Ed Warren has had more work outside the ring on the apron than any two referees have had in the middle of the ring in any match. Just trying to control Ken Patera. Oh, does he want a piece of Blackwell? There it is again in full motion. Patera battering Blackwell outside the ring. And there's the referee trying to chase Patera back to the corner. Beautiful work by the crew here at KPLR TV. Dory Jr.'s arms are being held by Blackwell. That allows Flair to come in from the side. A chop to the throat by Ric Flair. An elbow smash to Funk's head. A blast to the stomach. Oh, Flair misses a big elbow. Dory Jr. flying across body blocks. It could be it. 1, 2. Oh, the world champion gets away at the count of 2. Dory Funk Jr. rolled onto his shoulders, but only for a count of 1. Oh, what a wild one. Fireworks enough for you, Mick?
Oh, you're not kidding. This Patera, I'm telling you, he come out of dressing room fighting. He's ready, man. He wants a little bit of Crusher Blackwell.
Oh, and what a pairing that is. Think about it. The world's strongest wrestler, the first man ever to lift more than 500 pounds overhead, Ken Patera, against Crusher Blackwell, 470-plus pounds. Able to move around that ring like a lightweight, to throw drop kicks. Patera and Blackwell, two of the roughest, meanest, most violent men in wrestling today, formerly friends, formerly allies, and right now they hate each other. The crowd's yelling, "Fatwell is chicken." Ken Patera has given Crusher Blackwell a new name, Fatwell, and the crowd is yelling, "Fatwell's chicken." Patera yelled at Funk, "Tag me." You know why. He's in the ring with Blackwell.
You talk about July the 4th, man. This is it right here at Wrestling at the Chase.
May never be the same. Blackwell leaning into the arm of Dory Jr. Oh, what a blast from Ric Flair to Dory Funk Jr. You know that Flair would love to come up with a victory today if he and Blackwell could win. Well, they're going to push both Dory Funk Jr. and Ken Patera down the ladder. So for Ric Flair, this is a very important match. Another chop levels Dory Funk Jr. Flair pulling back. He yells at Patera, says, "Come on, big boy, if you're so tough." Funk reaching out for a tag. Patera up with the ropes. It'd be an illegal tag from there, and the referees would not allow it. The surfboard hold by Ric Flair on Dory Funk Jr. Dory might be able to muscle his way out of it. He's bigger than Flair. Dory Jr. trying to come over the top. Dory Funk Jr. The man who once held the honor that Ric Flair now possesses for more than 4 years. Jr. has the surfboard on Ric Flair. Jr. reversing that surfboard on the world champion. Flair crying out.
10 minutes have passed, 10 minutes left.
Dory Jr., perfect positioning. What an excellent wrestler Dory Funk Jr. is. He knows the psychology that goes on in that ring. That's why he was happy to take Ken Patera as his partner. Patera pounding on Flair. Oh, Flair gouges the eyes of Ken Patera. Flair with a kick to the stomach of Patera, an elbow to Patera's head. Patera trying to fight back. Throws a forearm into the jaw. Patera whips Flair into the corner, up and almost over the top rope. Patera on top of the world champion, Ken Patera, standing on the throat of Ric Flair. Patera with a smash to the head, the crowd yelling, "It's Fatwell's chicken!" Oh, Patera misses. Patera missed, went through the ropes and hit the shield. Look at Blackwell screaming at Flair. Blackwell screaming at Flair, "Tag me!" Flair grabs Patera by the hair. Patera may have been injured when he hit that steel ring post. Now Blackwell wants in that ring. Oh, Blackwell with a chop to the throat of Patera. How do you like that, tough guy? Yells Blackwell. Blackwell pounding on Ken Patera. Patera has been stunned after hitting the post. Blackwell lifts Patera. Body slam. Blackwell lined him up. Knee drop into the shoulder to hit that post. It's all over, says Blackwell. Patera muscled out. He rolled Blackwell right off the top, 472 pounds. Blackwell with another knee drop into the shoulder. Blackwell covers Patera, count of 2. Then Patera manages to force his way out, calling on all the raw power that he has to avoid being pinned by Crusher Blackwell. Headbutt by Blackwell drops Patera. Patera stunned, hurt, groggy. Dory Jr. watching with worry all over his face, knowing that Patera needs a tag, but he's a long way away. landed a diving headbutt from Blackwell. The things that man can do at that size. Now, two, Blackwell manages to get his shoulder up, and Blackwell can't believe that Patera is still hanging in there. Patera fighting back. He gouges the eyes of Blackwell. Blackwell misses with a punch. Patera fighting back. Patera pounding on Blackwell. Patera after Blackwell. Blackwell knocks to the ropes by Ken Patera. Tag made Patera after Flair. Flair traps Patera in that corner. Uses the shoulder to the midsection. What a Donnybrook. Flair pounding on Patera. Patera knocked into the ropes. Blackwell strangles him. You want to try your luck? Says Flair to Dory Jr. The referees try to keep Dory back in his corner. Flair ducking underneath Patera, going for the suplex. Oh, Flair has him straight up in the air. The world champion with a tremendous suplex on Ken Patera. The world champion covers Patera, and Patera bench presses Flair off. The power of that man is phenomenal. Patera needs a tag. Blackwell cuts him off and pulls him away from Dory Funk Jr. Crusher Blackwell with a front face lock on Ken Patera. Patera really had things going his way till he hit that post when he tried to flying tackle on Flair. Patera reaching out, makes the tag. Patera tags Dory Jr., and that's what Patera needed to do. He just hung in there with that power and managed to hang on to get over to Dory Funk Jr. Patera and Funk both pounding on Blackwell. Patera and Funk double teaming Blackwell. Here comes Flair. Oh, Funk! What? Flair! Hang on, them yells Flair to Blackwell. Blackwell and Flair double teaming Dory Funk Jr. Patera trying to regain his bearings on the apron. He took some punishment. Only that power, that strength, that resilience that he has allowed him to hang in there. Blackwell lines up the leg. Oh, a leg drop right into the knee of Dory Funk Jr. by Crusher Blackwell. Blackwell hanging on to Funk. And Flair with a kick to the back of the knee and then a chop to the throat.
15 minutes have expired, 5 minutes left.
Patera and they're trying to break up the figure four. Flair doggedly hanging on to the figure four leg lock. The referees chase Patera back. Funk caught in the figure four, right in the middle of the ring. This could be it. The figure four leg lock on Dory Jr. Jr. trying to roll it over. He might be able to reverse it if he can roll it over. Can Dory reverse the figure four leg lock on the world champion? Oh, he couldn't turn it. He couldn't turn it. If he could have turned it over and been on his stomach, the leverage would probably have belonged to Dory Funk Jr. He's trying it again. Trying to reverse the figure four. The crowd screaming, and Dory Jr. reverses it. Dory Jr. reverses the figure four. Flair rolls to the ropes. The referees will call for a break. Blackwell outside the ring, grabbing Funk by the throat. Here comes Patera. Patera after Blackwell. The referees again chase Patera back. Dory Jr. took a lot of punishment while he was in that figure four, though. He's limping, and Flair might have an advantage he can follow up on right here. Flair off the ropes. Knee is blocked. Dory Jr. blocks the knee drop. He has the ankle. A forearm smash level by the spinning toe hold. The spinning toe hold by Dory Jr. on Flair. Here's Funk's opportunity. Here comes Blackwell. Here comes Patera. Blackwell and Patera, toe to toe. Dory Jr. with a spinning toe hold on Flair. They're the legal men in the ring. Flair and Funk. Funk dropped by Blackwell. Flair going outside the ring. Dory Jr. out after him on the floor. Patera and Blackwell inside the ring. Patera knocking Blackwell off his feet. Patera's leaving. Patera's running out. But Blackwell leaving, Patera out after him. Flair and Funk out on the floor. I don't know where. Blackwell. Here comes Patera back.
That coward's running just like he did at the Checker Dome.
Blackwell! For the bell! Blackwell, the war's just begun! Funk has a spinning toe hold on Flair outside the ring! Funk has a spinning toe hold on Flair outside the ring! Patera trying to find Blackwell. And I don't know what's happened. The referees may have counted everybody out of the ring. We'll try to get Terry Garvin.
Wrestlers are counted out for fighting outside the ring.
Both counted out outside the ring. The count of 20. Dory Funk Jr. being pulled away by the referees. I don't know where Blackwell is. Patera's trying to find him. You can bet on that. And now Ric Flair is screaming. We're going to take another look at it. There goes Blackwell bailing out. Blackwell leaving Flair on his own. Ric Flair left on his own against Dory Funk Jr. And I guess it would have been Patera, except for the fact that Patera chased Blackwell to the dressing room. There's the action outside the ring. Dory Funk Jr. with that uppercut to Flair, dropping him. We're taking another look at it, and there it is, Ric Flair now holding the gold belt. The crowd yelling about Blackwell. Rick, your partner deserted you.
I've had enough of Cutter. I've had enough of St. Louis. And this time, the next time I'm in this town, whoever it is going to learn what it means to pay the price to be in the ring with the world champion. I'm tired of tag matches. I'm tired of being ganged up on. Ric Flair is the man. He's the world champion. And he doesn't take anything off anybody. And Dory Funk Jr. is going to find that out when I get my shot.
Ric Flair, well, he had a rough day today. So did Blackwell. It was a wild one. Let's try to get the official time, if we can, from Mickey Garagiola.
In 17 minutes and 5 seconds, referee counts all 4 wrestlers out. The match is a draw.
Get him out of here.
We're trying to restore some sort of order. Dory Funk Jr. came back out. And now Ric Flair. Dory Jr. inviting him to step back into the ring. We may have to get some referees back to break the two apart. Here comes Ed Warren back to try and pull the two apart. Ed Warren, he's got a tough job now trying to keep them apart. Flair dumps Funk, and there's Flair and Funk ended right in the middle of the ring. Flair and Funk battling inside the ring. An uppercut by Funk. Drops Flair. There and again, Flair and Funk. For all we know, Patera and Blackwell might be battling out on Lindell Boulevard. I think we have things separated. Let's go to a break. We'll be back, and we're going to try to talk to Dory Funk Jr. We'll be back with more after this.
Every snapshot's 1,000 memories, and now those memories come alive with JVC's newest VCR and color camera. It lets you capture those special moments and then play them back again and again. JVC's new component video system with Dolby Stereo. It will make your memories live forever.
Finally beat this guy by 10,000 points. And what does he buy me? Light beer. Talk about your sore loser.
This is Coors Light.
Then you were lucky.
A surprising taste of Coors Light comes from pure Rocky Mountain spring water.
Not bad.
And a way of brewing that squeezes a lot of the calories out.
Good. Real good.
But leaves all the taste in.
You know, I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm lucky.
Coors Light. The surprise is how good it tastes.
It takes two wheels to have some fun, and you need two more to get the job done. But what can you do with three?
Just try the Honda ATC. 11 years ago, Honda invented the ATC three-wheeler. And ever since, folks have been inventing new ways to use it.
Follow the leader, he's on the Honda.
Looks like this is the new in place.
It is now. Yeah, you bet.
Nowhere else but Burger Chef.
What's the big attraction?
Ever have a chicken club?
Nowhere else
Our Chicken Club Sandwich, all white chicken and more. Bacon, lettuce, and tomato. No other chicken sandwich is made like this or tastes like this.
So what does it take to be part of the in crowd?
You gotta know where to go.
Nowhere else but Burger Chef. Nowhere else but Burger Chef.
Dory Funk Jr. hasn't been in the area for a while, but Dory, what a thing to come back in the middle of. I mean, you talk about World War III. You've got a partner I never thought I'd ever see you with, Ken Patera.
Well, Larry, it's been about 2 years since I've been back here in St. Louis on a steady basis. And it just took me one time to realize, again, that the greatest fans in professional wrestling are right here in St. Louis.
And they see some of the greatest wrestling, especially with people like you in the ring. I guess Ric Flair got under your skin a little bit there with what he was saying after the match was over.
Well, Ric Flair may be world heavyweight champion, and he may have what everybody wants. But I'll tell you what, there's one Funk in the family that's coming after that world heavyweight championship. And I'm coming after it just as strong as I ever did. I'm going to wrestle just as well as I ever wrestled in St. Louis in the past. And I know I had some memorable matches against a lot of great wrestlers. But I'm looking forward to climbing my way back up the ladder and having another chance at Ric Flair. But this time, not in a tag team match. Not in anything except I want that world heavyweight championship match again.
And Dory, of course, if anybody would know what the gold belt means, it's you. You had that title for over 4 years after beating Gene Kiniski. When you won it, they said he's just a baby. He's too young. How can he have that title? And you proved everybody wrong.
Well, it certainly means a lot. World Heavyweight Championship means a lot of things to some people. It means money. I'll tell you what, really, to me, it means being the best at what you do. And ever since I've been a wrestler, since my father started me as a professional wrestler, I've always wanted to be the best. And holding that World Heavyweight Championship belt just signifies that you are the best. I know that Ric Flair has it now, and I know he's a great athlete, in spite of what a lot of people might say. He is a tremendous athlete. He has proven himself as a great... That's okay. I would like to agree with everybody that says he's not that great of an athlete, but I know that he is. I know he's learned an awfully lot since becoming World Heavyweight Champion, and I know that if I have a chance to get him in the ring, well, I'm looking forward to one great wrestling match, and I think in that kind of match, championship-style match for the World Heavyweight Championship, I think I've got, as great as he is, I think I've got just a little bit more than Ric Flair does.
Of course, Dory, getting to Flair means going through a lot of tough opponents, and I assume that we're correct in saying it doesn't matter to you who, what style, or anything. You'll take on anyone to get back to the top.
Well, that's true. One reason I'm back in St. Louis is because the greatest wrestlers in professional wrestling migrate to this area. I've heard it said in the past that if you want to do well in professional wrestling, you better go to St. Louis. This is the first place that I came when I became a professional wrestler, and I know that the finest wrestlers in professional wrestling are here, and I know that I've got to prove myself before I can have that championship match, and I'm looking forward to some fine competition here first. I know I can't just walk here on television and say, hey, I'd like to meet the World Heavyweight Champion. I got to go through some other fellas first, and I'm going to do it just as fast as I can.
Well, Dory Funk Jr. has certainly proven his mettle many times. Dory, welcome back. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Dory Funk Jr. We'll be back with more action after this.
You know, if you join my borrowing tape library, I'll give you an RCA Victor video recorder for only $495. That's right. Oh, if anybody joins my borrowing tape library, I'll give you an RCA Victor video recorder for only $495. Wow. Who do you think you are, Santa Claus? Ho, 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 ho.
Some beers spend a fortune on advertising. Hot air balloons, teams of horses, celebrities. But you pay for all the fun and games. It's different with Stag beer. They don't spend a ton of money on advertising, so you can enjoy Stag's crisp, brewery fresh taste at a popular price. Why pay more for beers that make fancy commercials when it's what's in the glass that counts? You owe it to yourself to try brewery fresh Stag, right? Right.
Mr. Merritt, Jojo keeps scratching. Must be the heat.
More likely. Fleas. When it gets hotter, fleas get more active. Dogs and cats need a flea and tick collar that's temperature sensitive. Sergeant Sentry 5, the only collar with two ingredients. One gives steady protection. The other gives extra protection when it gets hotter. Sergeant Sentry 5 collar works harder when it gets hotter.
The week's off to a flying start with Monday's super movie when Dean and Jerry fall hard and fast in Jumping Jack. Tuesday, Jerry clowns, Dean croons, and lions roar in Three-Ring Circus. Wednesday, it's fun on the fairway when Dean and Jerry tee off for laughs in The Caddy. Thursday, Jerry and Harry head for the Orient in The Geisha Boy. And Friday, Dean goes for Golden Girls and finds both in The Wrecking Crew. It's Martin and/or Lewis Week. All super movies beginning at 7 from your movie station, KPLR-TV, Channel 11.
The third match, a one-fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing 235 pounds, Ben Patrick. From Dunkirk, Indiana, weighing 245 pounds, Roger Kirby.
Ben Patrick takes on Roger Kirby, the third match today on Wrestling at the Chase. Kirby circles Patrick. They lock up. Kirby, nice fireman's carry by Roger Kirby on Ben Patrick. Hey, what a gentleman Dory Funk Jr. is. Some things don't change. Class always tells.
That's right, Larry. I mean, the man didn't scream, holler, whatnot, and he says he's got to work his way up to the championship. He didn't say, I want the bout next week or the week after. I'll work my way up, and that's a classy man.
In this town, he's going to come up with the toughest of competition. People that deserve to be in main events. Ed Warren breaking up the arm lock of Roger Kirby. How about that Patera and Blackwell? Blackwell bailed out on Flair. I don't think Flair would think too much of Crusher Blackwell at this point, do you? And Ken Patera, he was enraged. He left him. I don't think I was kidding. You know, they may have been out on Lindell Boulevard or further south. The Vandervetter overpass may be wrecked again. They may never fix it. Those two guys get on it.
Something else. And as our floor director said, he must have been catching a bus because he sure went out of here fast.
Oh, well, he knows what Ken Patera can do. And when they tie up one-on-one, head-to-head, and try to settle this feud that has erupted, a violent, explosive, unpredictable feud. And I guess I ought to read my notes here. Got a note from matchmaker Pat O'Connor. Next weekend, Wrestling at the Chase, Crusher Blackwell has agreed to a body slam contest. He'll allow any wrestler to come in the ring and try to body slam him. Of course, you know Blackwell puts up $5,000 for anyone who can lift him overhead and body slam him with full body slam. So, next weekend, Wrestling at the Chase, Crusher Blackwell will be here, and he's going to give some wrestlers, or a wrestler, whatever, a chance to lift him and slam him and make $5,000. Or get a hernia.
Either one.
Roger Kirby with an arm lock on Ben Patrick. You know, Blackwell's pride might be getting pierced a little bit here. People are calling him a coward all of a sudden. Certainly Ken Patera is. And maybe he felt this was something he had to do to prove that he'll let someone come in that ring and try to slam him.
I tell you, that was some match, and Ric Flair wasn't happy with it either.
You heard Flair said, I'm tired of St. Louis. I'm tired of tag matches. And he didn't think too much of Dory Funk Jr. either, and I don't think he thinks too much of Ken Patera at this point. Hey, Rick, get used to it. That's what it means being number one, the world champion. Everybody's shooting for you. You are the target, as Dory Funk Jr. pointed out. Patrick flails away at Roger Kirby. Patrick with a side headlock on Kirby. Kirby thrown over the hip by Patrick. Count of 2. Kirby forces his way up. Leans into Patrick. Throws him across the ring. Oh, that flying tackle never landed because Kirby caught Patrick with a kick to the stomach and then a reverse neck breaker. The reverse neck breaker by Roger Kirby. Count of 1, 2, and 3. Roger Kirby coming up with a quick victory over Ben Patrick, nailing him with a kick to the stomach and then the reverse neck breaker, and Roger Kirby has a victory on Wrestling at the Chase. Here's Mickey Garagiola.
In 3 minutes and 17 seconds, reverse neck breaker. The winner, Roger Kirby.
Patera versus Blackwell and Funk Jr. versus Kiniski. Those are the features on the wrestling program Friday, July 16th at air-conditioned Kiel Auditorium. The window ticket sale begins next Friday, July 9th at the Arcade Building and Kiel. Mail orders may be sent now to the St. Louis Wrestling Club, Mezzanine 10 Arcade Building, St. Louis 63101. The prices are $3, $4, $5, and $6. Ken Patera and Crusher Blackwell try to settle the violent feud that exploded when the two were tag team partners June 12th. Dory Funk Jr. and Gene Kiniski both are after world champion Ric Flair, and a victory July 16th is a tremendous boost for the winner. Dick the Bruiser defends the Missouri state title against Sergeant Slaughter. A tag elimination battle sends Von Roschke, Roger Kirby, and Hercules Hernandez against Rufus R. Jones, Dewey Robertson, and Kerry Von Erich. Bob Russell meets Mike George. Mark Romero and Art Cruz tackle Larry Bennett and Buzz Tyler Friday, July 16th at Kiel.
Now, the sale that cuts your floor covering costs in half. It's Tile Town Carpet City's biggest ever half-price sale.
Half price?
Half price on many national brand installed and do-it-yourself carpets. Half price on ceramic and mosaic tile. Half price on no-wax vinyl sheet and wood flooring. Yes, at Tile Town Carpet City, you'll find half-price savings on more carpet, more tile, and more vinyl than anywhere. So cut your floor covering costs in half during Tile Town Carpet City's half-price sale.
There are a lot of good beers in America, but only one starts pure and stays pure, without chemically altered water, with no additives or preservatives. There's only one beer that's kept cold longer than other beers, that's never exposed to 140-degree taste-killing heat. There's only one beer made this way, to taste first beer fresh, beer after beer. And that beer is Coors. Coors, made for the way you really like to drink beer.
The wrestling excitement continues in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Tom Seaver for the Sporting News. And the complete stats of every man who made it into baseball's Hall of Fame are here in the Hall of Fame Fact Book. Hundreds of pages of pictures and awards and honors, records and achievements of the greatest of the greats. And it's yours free when you subscribe to the Sporting News, the Sports Bible. It's the magazine that gives me the no-nonsense details of all Major League sports and college action. The ins and the outs and the behind-the-scenes stories of the big four action sports, baseball, football, basketball, and hockey, every single week of the year. Why don't you subscribe today, and here's a friend to tell you how.
You get the Sporting News at the special trial rate of just 45 cents an issue. 29 issues for $12.99. That's a savings of more than $30 off the $1.50 single copy price, and a savings of over $7 off the regular subscription price. Call 1-800-453-9002. That's 1-800-453-9002.
Every Zenith Color TV in stock is now on sale at Famous Bar. Quantities are limited. Hurry, come to Famous Bar and save on America's best color TV, Zenith.
The fourth bout, an Australian tag team match, both falls to curfew. Introducing from Buffalo, New York, weighing 420 pounds, Jim Lancaster. From Miami, Florida, weighing 252 pounds, Hercules Hernandez. From Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 220 pounds, Koko. And from St. Joseph, Missouri, weighing 248 pounds, Mike George.
It's Hercules Hernandez and Jim Lancaster against Mike George and newcomer Koko Lewis. And as soon as Lancaster came into the sight, everybody thought it was Crusher Blackwell for a second. Well, Lancaster isn't quite as big as Blackwell, but he's well over 400 pounds, so that's one big man, and he will begin for his team. Mike George starting for his duo. It's most falls to curfew. George and Lewis against Hernandez and Lancaster. George tries to lift Lancaster, and not much luck. Well, that's what they'll try to do to Crusher Blackwell next weekend on Wrestling at the Chase. Can they listen? Can anyone lift Crusher Blackwell and slam him, make a quick $5,000, or break their back in the process? Mike George trying to go behind Lancaster, take him off his feet, trying to take him down. That didn't work. Well, you got to figure the weight between the two is almost double. Mike George coming in around 248, Lancaster around 420, 425. I have to read my mail again here. Hey, guess who's agreed to try and body slam Crusher Blackwell next week? Name of Patera?
That's my choice right now. He wants it right here.
Ken Patera will be the man who tries to slam Blackwell next weekend. I wonder if Blackwell knew that would happen when he put that challenge up for next weekend on Wrestling at the Chase. You know, Ken Patera tried chasing Pat O'Connor around saying, hey, I'll do it. Give me the chance. Why fool around with somebody else? You know I can do it. Well, now, let's call it a body slam challenge.
Good work.
Next weekend, Wrestling at the Chase. Can Ken Patera body slam Crusher Blackwell? The question a lot of people have asked when they were teammates, but they're not teammates anymore. Boy, is that a demonstrated fact. Oh. Koko Lewis managed to throw Hercules Hernandez over.
Left, 5 minutes.
Hernandez, quite a move there as he manhandled Lewis, carried him into the corner, slammed him against the buckle, and then tagged Big Jim Lancaster. Hernandez has really been coming on strong throughout the Midwest over this past month. He's added a lot of things to his repertoire. He is coming fast. Lancaster with a body slam on Koko Lewis, and he clamps the head.
I can't wait till next week. I know one thing, it's not going to be a scientific match, that's for
It's
sure.
not a match.
It's not a match.
No, that is Blackwell's going to come into the ring. Patera's going to come in the ring, and he's going to try to lift and slam Blackwell. Strictly for the $5,000 challenge. They've got another match coming up. This is for $5,000.
Well,
Pride.
I'll go to bed early next week, that's for sure, so I don't want to miss that.
You better rest up. You've had a rough week, Mickey.
You better believe it, working over at
They
Gibbons,
wreck
I'll
our
tell you
table,
that.
they run you out of the ring. Hercules Hernandez clamping the head of Koko Lewis. Hernandez squeezing the head of Lewis. Lewis trying to twist out. If he can pop that head out, he can come up with a hammerlock. Good move by Koko Lewis. He managed to slither the head out, and really the strength of Hernandez worked against him there. If he didn't have exactly the proper leverage, he almost squeezed the head of Lewis right out of the grip. Lewis working with that hammerlock on Hercules Hernandez. Tag made to Mike George. George with a forearm clout to the back of Hernandez. Hernandez flipped over by Mike George. Hernandez caught in the arm lock of Mike George. Hernandez leans into George, throws him to the rope. Oh, elbow smash right on the top of George's head by muscular Hercules Hernandez. A kick to the head by Hernandez. Elbow smash to the neck by Hernandez. Flying mare. Hernandez clamps the head, tags Lancaster. Lancaster and Hernandez both dished out a little punishment to Mike George. George tries to fight back. Lancaster grabs George, throws him head first into the top turnbuckle. Lancaster puts George into the corner again and crashes into George with those 420-plus pounds. Flying mare by Lancaster.
Left, 2 minutes.
Lancaster tags Hernandez. Hernandez walks right into a buzzsaw named Mike George. George puts Hernandez down. The head kills George, and there's a headbutt from Koko Lewis on Hercules Hernandez. Koko Lewis trying to follow up the advantage that Mike George has given him. Lewis comes off the ropes. Hernandez catches him and flips him. Elbow drop by Hernandez on Lewis. Time fast escaping in the curfew. There have been no falls yet. Hernandez with the suplex on Lewis. Good suplex by Hernandez. Tag made to Lancaster.
1 minute left. 1 minute.
Lancaster pulls Lewis to the corner, grabs him by the arm, whips him to the rope. And then Hernandez sticks an arm out, clotheslines Lewis. Lancaster with a body slam on Lewis. Lancaster going up the first rope, the second rope. Oh, look out below! Lancaster with a giant splash on Koko Lewis. And there's a count of 3 just before the curfew, only seconds before it. So that means that Hercules Hernandez and Jim Lancaster have the victory over Koko Lewis and Mike George after the giant splash from Lancaster on Lewis. Here's ring announcer Mickey Garagiola.
In 7 minutes and 3 seconds, the winner of the only fall and the match, the team of Jim Lancaster and Hercules Hernandez.
Wrestling is in the spotlight Friday, July 16th at air-conditioned Kiel Auditorium. Tickets go on sale next Friday, July 9th at the Arcade Building and Kiel. Send mail orders now to the St. Louis Wrestling Club, Mezzanine 10 Arcade Building, St. Louis 63101. The prices are $3, $4, $5, and $6. Ken Patera goes after Crusher Blackwell in one feature. The other main event is between Dory Funk Jr. and Gene Kaniski, plus the Bruiser Tess Slaughter Friday, July 16th at Kiel.
Coca-Cola says it's the real thing. But Pepsi-Cola believes that when it comes to colas, the only real thing is taste. That's why the Pepsi Challenge has been asking thousands of people across the country to let their own taste decide. And the fact is, nationwide, more people prefer the taste of Pepsi over Coca-Cola. Pepsi.
Pepsi. Pepsi.
I like Pepsi a lot better.
Pepsi tastes better.
Taste. That's the real thing. So take the Pepsi Challenge and let your taste decide.
I've always been fond of channeling his daughter. Well, this is more than just an official assignment to me.
This week on The Big Movie.
When did Tracy would get here?
He'll be here. He's on his way from Washington now.
Dick Tracy, comic strip hero, returns from memory all this week on The Big Movie. Weeknights at 11 from your movie station, KPLR-TV, Channel 11.
Enter the Great Forest Park Fun Run to benefit the Arthritis Foundation. Hi, I'm Lou Brock. On July the 10th in Forest Park, you can run for fun. Superintendent prizes includes a $500 scholarship to the college of your choice. Pick up your interest form at any national supermarket, KPLR-TV, or the Arthritis Foundation at 421-3550. Join in the Great Forest Park Fun Run, sponsored by KPLR-TV, National Supermarkets, Dr. Smee, and Best Soft Drinks.
Well, this certainly has been a day to remember on Wrestling at the Chase. That tag team match sending Dory Funk Jr. and Ken Patera against Crusher Blackwell and Ric Flair, it bears a little bit of repeating. So let's take another look at what happened at the end of that tag match. There's Patera tearing into the ring, pounding on Blackwell, while Dory Funk Jr. is applying the spinning toe hold to Ric Flair. Patera with another blast to the head of Blackwell. You can see Patera getting the best of Blackwell there. Now, don't forget, next weekend, the Body Slam Challenge. Crusher Blackwell putting up $5,000, and Ken Patera is the man who's going to try to slam Blackwell right here on Wrestling at the Chase. The referees chased Patera back. Blackwell came up from behind on Dory Funk Jr., broke up the spinning toe hold. You can see Flair trying to get out of the way, and there's Patera after Blackwell again. Patera pounding on Blackwell in the ring. Dory Funk Jr. with an uppercut on Ric Flair, the world champion, outside the ring. It was wild and woolly. Look at Blackwell now, rolling out of the ring, deserting Flair. Blackwell deserting Flair as he did Patera once before. Patera going out after him. Blackwell went right on up, I guess, to the dressing room, out of the building, or who knows where. And there's Dory Funk Jr. outside the ring with the world heavyweight champion, Ric Flair. Again, that uppercut right to the jaw. You talk about right on the button. And Dory Jr., when he pops that home, well, you know what can happen. It was wild and woolly on Wrestling at the Chase. Don't forget, next weekend, the Body Slam Challenge from Crusher Blackwell. Same time, same place for Wrestling at the Chase. We appreciate having you here tonight. Thank you, and so long.